Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to this new video in which we will not be looking at Bitcoin, which is on the screen right now, but we'll be talking about three stocks that I think you need to have on your watch list. These are three great stocks, to be fair. Well, one of them is a little bit less great, but you'll know when we get to that one. But all of these are near some amazing technical levels, right? So some of them, like the first one we'll talk about, Alibaba, which is also in the thumbnail, has already broken out. So there it's very much about, how will the fundamentals develop? Because most of these also have some sort of a fundamental catalyst or some sort of a reason why they should trend higher. So we'll talk about that. But it's a mix of fundamentals and technicals, all right? Now, last of all, before we actually get into the video, if you want to join our amazing channel in which I post daily stock market updates, but in which I will also keep you updated on these three specific stocks and any stocks that we will add to this, all right? I will try to make a video of this category every single week, if it's possible, of course. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to join the channel on Telegram. It's completely free if you're interested in that. But for now, let's get right into it. Sometimes I might look to my left because I have some notes there that of all of these stocks. We'll talk about three different companies right here that I think is that you need to know, right? But okay, so first of all, the first company that we will be talking about is Alibaba. Now, Alibaba has been on my watch list ever since February, when we actually broke out of this massive resistance level between $120 and $110. Since breaking above that, we've been relatively strong. You can see that we bounced on the previous value area high here a couple of times, but so far we've been able to hold that. And then last week, the fundamental catalyst came out that Alibaba is launching research and launching production of a chip to compete against NVDA. NVDA obviously has had a lot of trouble and has had a lot of export restrictions to China, and Alibaba is going to try to fill that void. If they are able to do that, right, so it's very much dependent on how successful they are at that, and it's very difficult what NVIDIA does, so it's going to be very difficult. But just the prospect of them doing that, or having a chance to do that, is great. And you can see we had a high volume break here above the value that we created since March. I think this is a real breakout, all right? So I think we've left a major gap to the downside. Personally, I will be trying to trade this, but I will be very conservative. All right. So for me, what looks like a great entry is a retest of the value area low, which is around 127. All the way down to potentially this fair value gap right here, this previous fair value gap, by the way, at 122, where we also have the 7-day rolling VWAP and the 12-hour trend line in combination with just in general a high liquidity zone. But this is one of the most interesting stocks right now. I mean, if they're really able, so this is something long term, but if they're really able to nail this new chip, that's going to be massive, right? And that could send Alibaba much, much higher, which in its history, it has traded much, much higher than this, right? And then maybe we could even talk about the 2x in 10 years or 5 years, who knows? But that's long term. Second project I wanted to talk about, and this is, or project, second company. This is a company that I'm a little bit less of a fan of. I will most likely not be trading this as of right now, but I will be watching it, and that's Boeing. All right, and this is for two simple reasons. The first one is technical. We are at a massive resistance level right here around $240. If we're able to break out above that, which we have tried a couple of times since 2021, right? And so far it never really worked. The last time we broke above that, the volume was also quite low, so it was unlikely that was going to happen. But now we actually have some good fundamentals coming in as well, right? Boeing, look, the main reason why I don't want to trade this right now is that there's also so much scrutiny on this company. There's a lot of things not going right. So it's always tricky to buy into that. I mean, you might get bad news tomorrow and the price drops down much, much lower. An area where I would be, but by the way, one of the key reasons why I wanted to cover this is that the orders for Boeing have greatly increased, right? So their business side is actually doing quite well, all right? And that in combination with nearing a major resistance level right here with the potential to break out because we have good fundamentals and some momentum in the price, that makes it interesting. All right, so therefore I will keep my eyes on this. I would say if you really look for a conservative buy on Boeing, you're lucky. We're going to get some bad news, and you enter at 180. That looks like a good buy area. But this is in general a stock I do think you need to keep your eyes on because fundamentally it's not bad. But for now, I would be a little bit more careful with this. Now, a company I'm much more excited about is MU. All right, now MU, this is a little bit smaller, not that much smaller, but still, it's Micron Technology. And Micron Technology has done insanely well, all right? So most recently, they actually upped their expectations for Q4. They have some, they're also in the chip industry. I mean, I should have looked it up a little bit more. I'm not known to the field, so I cannot explain it that well, but in general, the company is doing great, right? They're positioned in a growing industry, and their earnings, I think their earnings a couple of months ago were like 200% higher than last year, and now they've also upped their expectations for next year. And in my opinion, that is not fully reflected in the stock, all right? The stock or the stock price. Stock price right now is at the same levels as July 2024. We've seen a pretty good recovery right here since the lows we made in April. But we are near this major resistance level right here at $130. We are showing the first signs of some sort of a strong uptrend. We are just starting to see some buy calls from major analyst firms, etc. Which, when those come in, it's already a little bit late, but it's not like they've just come in, so it's not too late yet. So I'm a huge fan of this company. Now I would wait. Accumulating here is probably a good idea. It's not the worst idea. Myself, I'm a little bit more conservative, a little bit more, I would wait for a drop into levels more towards $100 or a breakthrough above $130. That's the main resistance level, not 150, 130, that's the main resistance level. And I think we can break above that at some point in time. It might be worth it if you're more of a shorter, medium-term trader in terms of risk reward to wait for the breakout above that. But that's up to you. Those are the three stocks, all right? Micron Technology, Boeing, and Alibaba. I will keep you updated on these. Like I said, make sure to join the free Telegram channel and chat we have. But for now, that's it. So have a great week, everybody. Take care. By the way, markets are closed today, right? So that's why I'm making this video right now. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.